We'll just say you look at the statistics over the past couple of years, violent crime is up.
Putting together a video every single day, traveling, planes, trains, that is a daunting task. We get very little sleep, if any.
Well, we're officially in Gothenburg. It's the second largest city in Sweden. We're only here for the day, doing some press stuff, but we're organizing some interviews, and we may have some pretty interesting stuff for Friday. But I wanted to take this opportunity to sort of recap the things we've learned so far and give you my perspective. So I've tried, for the most part, to show interviews and other perspectives and, kind of what we're doing. And there's a few things that I want to talk about specifically. One, the media in the US, how they've covered this, and the statistics. So the first thing I want to say is a lot of people have brought up the issues of sex crime and how they say that Sweden is, the rape capital of Europe and that sex crimes have skyrocketed. When we've talked to people about this, what they say to us is that Sweden has a different definition of rape, that the law is very wide and it allows the police to actually, do more about it. They say that if a woman is, say, abused by her husband every day of the year, well, the police may record that as 300 incidents, right? Here's what's important. They try to claim that Sweden defines rape differently, so you need to think about that. And that's true, you should think about that. But you should also realize that every country defines rape differently. So by Sweden's own definition, they do have a high rate of sex crime, and that shouldn't be ignored. Yes, take into consideration their broad definition of the term, but also realize there's a lot of women reporting this, so again, by Sweden's own definition. But more importantly, I want to take a look at the actual statistics. So forgive my horrible Swedish pronunciation, but the official government statistics come from BROA. Now, the Washington Post cites a criminologist, and they say that in recent years, crime in Sweden has gone down. Overall, Sweden's average crime rate has fallen in recent years, as Strata said. That drop has been observed for cases of lethal violence and for assaults, two of the most serious categories of crime. Okay, here's my first question. What does recent years mean? Because according to the Washington Post, that's 1980 till 2015. That's 35 years. That's not very recent. So let's take an actual look at the statistics. When you look at murder and manslaughter specifically, you'll see that since 2012, it has gone up dramatically. We can then even look specifically at knife crime. This usually involves someone just carrying a knife. Knives are illegal here. And you'll see that, once again, since 2013, it has gone up dramatically. Another interesting individual statistic is to look at hate crime, which, no surprise, since 2010, reported hate crimes have been on the rise, at least by a decent margin. And the last statistic I want to look at is rape in Sweden. It's actually a bit more nuanced. When you look at recent years, and I'm talking about the past few years, you'll see that in 2012, there was a huge spike for sexual offenses against women. That number went down slightly in 2014, but then up till 2015, it skyrocketed. This is not controversial. In fact, Nils Carlson in Malmö told me that they have seen a significant increase in murders in their city. When you look at how the news organizations or even the overall statistics show crime, yes, if you pick some arbitrary year, say 1980 until today, you can show that crime is going down. But if you pick recent years, you'll see that crime is going up. This is important because the debate is the recent migration. Has it caused more crime? Well, if you look at the peak crime from 1980 till today, it's not a good comparison. But if you look at the statistics on Washington Post's article, you'll see that in the past 2 or 3 years, crime has gone up significantly. So look, none of this is to suggest that refugees or migrants actually do cause more crime, just that statistics tend to get skewed to favor some kind of perspective. I think many people in the United States, in a rush to prove Donald Trump wrong, just grab whatever statistics they could show that showed crime going down. And you have to be a bit more specific than that. And I'll even say, to what I'm saying about crime statistics, it's still not a good example of crime actually getting worse. There's a lot to consider. Maybe more people are reporting crime. Maybe there's social efforts to report crime and convict more offenders, and that can affect crime statistics as well. We don't want to argue semantics, and I certainly don't want to argue if, buts, maybes. We'll just say, you look at the statistics over the past couple of years, violent crime is up. The point is, the situation here is very, very complicated, okay? The statistics, people are going to skew those however they want to portray some kind of image that benefits them. Many people have complained the Swedish government hasn't conducted a study showing national origin's relation to crime. But many people do say, look, migrants are overrepresented in crime statistics. So it's kind of a not so secret secret. But as long as people perceive more crime to be happening or specific areas see more crime go up, this story is going to persist and many people are going to just assume that crime is out of control. That being said, we still have a lot to figure out and many more interviews to do. So tomorrow we've got some really cool stuff lined up. Hopefully these things work out. As I said before, we've gotten a ton of messages from people who tell us some really, really crazy stuff. And they ask us not to share it, not to repeat it, not to quote them. They won't go on camera, and that's a huge issue for us. But we're sort of sifting through the noise and figuring out what's going on. So with that, I want to say thank you all so much for watching. Comment below and let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel about what's going on here, because I do read the comments, at least as many as I can. Click the like button, because apparently that's really important. And also subscribe if you like videos like this. And share the video, I guess. So one last time, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow.